Right, good morning, everybody, and welcome to this week's corporate update call. Now, we're going to have lots of updates from our CEO, Mr. Jussi Salaranta. But first but not least, I wanted to show which is exciting because I haven't seen it all yet either. There's a brand spanking new video. It's just been downloaded, and I'm about to play it for you. Not seen by anyone apart from a few people within corporate. So just bear with me 1 second, and I'm going to play this video.
Say hello to CSR Plastic Credit. The global plastic waste crisis keeps getting worse each day, and we are all responsible for this. Every year, we as human beings produce an average of 50 kilos of plastic waste. The production of new plastic products has skyrocketed, and the total production of new plastic in the year 2020 was over 370 billion kilos. Compare that to the total combined weight of all human beings on the planet, where every man, woman, and child together weighs approximately 320 billion kilos. This means that we manufacture more new plastic in just 1 year than the combined weight of all humans. Many of us think that the situation has been getting better over the last few years. The truth is that the situation is just getting worse, as only less than 10% of this plastic currently gets recycled. Corsair provides a solution. By using an environmentally friendly method of chemical recycling, Corsair turns the plastic waste into advanced bio-oil. This oil is similar in character to crude oil and can be used as a raw material to manufacture new plastic products, or can be refined into diesel, gasoline, and jet fuel. What is CSR Plastic Credit? CSR Plastic Credit is a digital receipt which proves that plastic waste has been removed from the environment. Every time Corsair removes 1 kilo of plastic waste from our environment, 10 CSR plastic credits are distributed into the circulation. Do you want to be part of the pollution or the solution? Every CSR plastic credit is backed up by real physical results of plastic waste being removed from our environment. When you hold 10 CSR plastic credits, you have helped to remove 1 kilo of plastic waste from our environment. Congratulations! You are now helping the planet, and if you are a company, your awareness is rising within the global community. A recent study shows that 80% of consumers in the United States would like to buy products and services from companies that take responsibility to properly manage their plastic waste. How can people be aware of your good operations? CSR operates in an open-source, most transparent and trustworthy database called a blockchain. Every CSR token and transaction is publicly recorded into the Ethereum blockchain and is available for everyone to see, providing ultimate transparency and public accountability. Reducing your plastic waste footprint and becoming plastic neutral is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Step 1. First, calculate your plastic waste footprint. Step 2. Then remove as much plastic waste from the environment as you create. Step 3. By acquiring and retiring a matching amount of CSR plastic credits. Some of the largest companies and brands worldwide are already endorsing the global plastic credit revolution. As soon as you take the first step towards reducing your plastic waste footprint and becoming plastic neutral, you get connected with tens of thousands of dedicated members of the CSR community worldwide. This allows you to attract a new and daily growing group of customers, build dedication among your existing customers, and increase your company's brand awareness. So, how to acquire CSR plastic credits? Option 1. You can purchase CSR plastic credits from an open exchange at market price. Option 2. By becoming a CSR merchant, you can begin to receive CSR plastic credits as a partial payment method from the sales of your products and services. Option 3. You can purchase a plastic neutrality package containing CSR plastic credits directly from csrnow.com for a special discounted price. The companies who reach the status of becoming certified plastic neutral will also be able to use the CSR label in their marketing and include the label in their product packaging. When consumers see it, they know you are committed to solving the global plastic waste crisis with them. Be the revolution. Be the change you want to see in the world. Be plastic neutral. Join us in the mission to help our planet now. CSR Plastic Credit is here.
Wow, what a cool video. That is fantastic. And I know that's going to be available for everyone very, very shortly. But that's all, you know, you've got to show this video to as many people as possible. Absolutely fantastic job, guys. Whoever did that, Jay and team, absolutely brilliant. Now, I'm going to bring on now our next speaker. Now, this guy is a legend. He doesn't need introducing. He is our CEO. He works tirelessly. I know he doesn't sleep because of the times of the day he calls me. And everyone else knows this as well, who works closely with Jay. But just to let you know that he works tirelessly for us and wants to clean the planet as quickly as we can. So without further ado, I'd like to hand over to Mr. Jussi Salaranta. Jay, welcome and good morning.
Great. Good morning, everybody. Thank you very much, Roger, for the warm welcome. One other thing, how you know that somebody's not sleeping is because of the panda circles.
The bags under the eyes.
That's another tell sign there. But first of all, everybody, welcome to the call today. I know that we actually have a French team that is on another room right now. So good morning for you guys as well. So great to have you all here. We have some very important, very good updates for you today. And we just watched for the first time this new video, which was completed a couple of days ago, which now introduces very eloquently and very simple way the basic concept of the CSR plastic credit. This video talks to both private individuals as well as for companies, and that's how we wanted to do it. So to give an overall impression and an idea, the big picture for anyone who is looking into helping this planet to solve this plastic waste pollution problem and becoming plastic neutral, no matter if you're a private individual or if you're a company. We will also have the same video in multiple languages within this week. We will have it in French, we will have it in Italian, we will have it in Thai, we will have it in Spanish and German and so on. So we will have this as the sort of main introduction video for the CSR and for the plastic credit concept in general. Now, we also have another quick video that Roger put together from what I did at the factory just a couple of days ago. So maybe, Roger, if you could show that video now, and then we'll talk about that one a little bit on at the end of the video, please.
Absolutely. No.
How you doing, guys? I wanted to send you a quick video update here from Corsair's Bangkok production facility, where we are continuously converting plastic waste into advanced bio-oil. Now let me show you something interesting. Here behind me is plastic waste that has been collected from the local communities here in Thailand. And as you can see, this one bale, this one compressed bale of plastic here is about 50 kilos in weight. That 50 kilos is the same amount of plastic waste that one person will generate in 1 year of their life. And ladies and gentlemen, we got a lot of jobs to do. We got a lot of plastic to eliminate. And I am asking you to join us in this mission to clean our planet from this plastic waste pollution by you becoming plastic neutral by using the CSR plastic credit. Ladies and gentlemen, let's do this together. Let's leave a cleaner, healthier and better planet for our children and for the future generations by eliminating this plastic garbage from the nature and by becoming plastic neutral. Thank you guys. Talk to you again soon. Bye. Excellent. Thank you very much, Roger.
I was just going to say, you guys, I think the streaming might have been a bit slow today, but thank you. There's the video.
Very good. Very good. You can find, I believe you can find that video also in the Telegram group where it's uploaded as well. And this new CSR video will be made available on our YouTube channel in about 30 minutes, 1 hour after we finish this Zoom call today. So then that'll be there, and we'll be obviously sharing it with all the different media channels as well. Now, the reason why we did this filming, very quick filming on Friday, was that we have been recently receiving some very important guests at our Bangkok facility. And now when they have actually been there, we can also mention and talk about this. And in the last few days, we have been invited, or we've been visited by guests from some large companies, such as, for example, the great people from the Unilever company. And I can now tell you that since they've been to our facility, we can talk about this. We are currently in talks with, for example, Unilever here in Thailand, who has made a big commitment with their company and operations here in Thailand to eliminate altogether 6 million kilos of plastic waste from the environment here in Thailand by the end of the year 2025. So this is an interesting thing to notice, that one of the largest companies in the world, which is also unfortunately one of the largest polluters of plastic waste in the world, has now taken this very clear public approach and public step to announce the amount of plastic waste that they create every year and what they plan to do with that. And Unilever generates every year approximately 700 million kilos of plastic waste every year. 700 million kilos a year. And they have now made a public statement that they want to be able to remove from the environment more than that every year. So not only do they want to become plastic neutral, but they also want to every year clean up some of the past plastic waste that they have been distributing out into the world. Now, that is 700 million kilos a year globally. We don't have the exact numbers for their Thai operations yet, but they have made a commitment that here in Thailand specifically, in the next 4 years, they want to eliminate 6 million kilos of plastic waste from the environment. And we are now in talks with them, finding out ways where we could help them to get into this target. And obviously, we have introduced them our operations. They have been visiting our factory. They've seen what we do over there to verify and to make sure that everything is as we have stated. And we have introduced them the CSR plastic credit as a way for them to eliminate any amount that they would like to eliminate from the environment. Let's see what will happen next. There is still, I want to be very clear, we don't have any agreement with Unilever. We don't have any action plan with them yet, but we are in talks. And yeah, that's an interesting situation, and we'll see what happens next. Now, we are similarly in talks with several other companies, and about Unilever, I want to highlight that the plastic credit as a concept and as an idea is not weird for Unilever. Actually, I'm sure that you have done some research on this. You are probably aware that there are other plastic credit programs out there in the world as well. I am happy to tell you today that looking at the numbers that we have generated with Amplivo and with the CSR during this year, CSR, it is the leading plastic credit in the world, without a doubt. I'm making that public statement today, okay? Now, nevertheless, there are others, and there always will be others. It's like social media platforms. There's going to be many of them. There is Facebook, there is Twitter, there is TikTok, there is this and there is that. We don't care about that. We only care that we want to be the leading plastic credit in the world. The most credible, the largest, the most used, and based on its volume, the biggest. So that's all we care about. And as of today, Unilever, for example, is already working with another plastic credit program. But unfortunately, those other programs are not anywhere close to what we are doing. And I wanted to talk about this one as well. So, for example, when you investigate what some of these other programs are doing, I'm not saying that they're bad. I'm just telling you what they're doing. And you should do your own research and see what's out there. Unfortunately, what mainly happens is that you have organizations who sell the plastic credit for companies like Unilever. They get some money, and then they go out to the environment and they just collect the plastic. What happens to the plastic after that, in most of these cases, is that the plastic waste is not being recycled. It actually ends up being sent to cement factories where it gets burned. And that is the most, okay, let's say, one of the most worst ways how you could deal plastic waste. The worst option would be that the plastic goes into the ocean. I believe we can all agree with that one. Any plastic garbage that you throw away, the worst that can happen is that that plastic bag goes into the ocean. The second worst would be that it would be on the landfills, on the ground. The slightly better option would be that it would be used to some form of energy. But burning it in cement factories just to create heat is creating more pollution, and it's completely forgetting any of the benefits that we could get from recycling. So if you look at this sort of layers, we got the ocean, which is the worst, landfills, burning it in cement factories. A slightly better option would be to burn it and create at least electricity. But that's not what they're doing. They are burning it just to create heat to run the cement factories. The absolutely best option to deal with plastic waste is to recycle the plastic waste to be made into new plastic products. That's the best, the ultimate recycling that we could ever do for the plastic waste. Making the plastic waste into diesel and gasoline and kerosene is okay. It's better than throwing it into the landfill. And it's a lot better than burning it in the cement factory. It's a lot better than burning it to create electricity. But it's not proper recycling. The best option, the best way to treat the plastic waste is to take the old plastic bag, make it into oil, and use that oil to create new plastic products. And that is what Corsair is 100% about. Our target is that 100% of the plastic that we recycle into oil is then used to create new plastic products. This is the future of recycling. And this means that by doing so, we don't have to take more oil from the ground and create more carbon emissions. We can use the resources we have already here in the landfills and in the oceans and use that as a raw material to make the plastic products that we need. So just wanted to share this with you, what is out there on the market. But companies like Unilever are already working with these organizations. And unfortunately, it's not the best way, and they know it. That is not the right way to treat the plastic garbage. But they've been using whatever options they've had with the limited options that have been there. And I do believe that when these multinational companies now see what Corsair is doing, we are the only plastic credit operator that is in charge of collecting the plastic from the environment, recycling the plastic, and then issuing the plastic credit. You do have other programs out there that is maybe only doing the issuance of the credit or collecting it. But there's nobody else out there that is collecting, recycling, and then issuing the credit as a result of that. We are the only one, and we are the leading plastic credit in the world right now. Moving forward, I'm not going to bore you guys with more of that data. Now, other updates. This week has been a really progressive, really important week for us in many ways. And one of those reasons for that is that we completed, I hope you can see my screen here. We completed the last large payment that was pending towards the acquisition of these two silver color chemical recycling machines, which have been waiting in Bangkok in the warehouse for us to get the Bangkok 2 project and the facility to a state where we can bring them in. And I'm really happy to tell you that the last large payment was completed this week. And we are now on Monday starting the transport process of these two machines from their existing storage into the Corsair Bangkok 2 facility. And that means that we will bring them in, we're going to start to install them, and we're going to get these two machines now up and running as quickly as possible at the Bangkok facility. And together with these machines, we also have two additional machines that we are currently preparing for installation as well. And this means that our expectation is that in the next coming months, we are going to see the production capacity of the Corsair Bangkok 1 and Bangkok 2 all together to be reaching a monthly production level of approximately 600,000 liters of advanced bio-oil per month. So let me say that again so it comes clear. So with the installation of these 2 silver color machines and 2 additional machines that we are preparing, and the 3 existing machines that are already there, we are looking to reach a production output in the next coming months of about 600,000 liters of oil per month. And this will be a massive step forward for us again as a company. And I'm really happy that we were able to complete this transaction and get all these arrangements completed this week. And now we can start to move these machines into the Bangkok facility and starting the installation there. Now, let me also show you what the Bangkok facility, when we talk about it, what does it really mean? So we have actually shared these photos on the Instagram, no, sorry, the Telegram just a couple of days ago, but let me do this again. We can walk it through and I'll explain you what you see here. So here is the structural plan for the development and construction of the Corsair Bangkok facility. When I talk about the Bangkok facility, it does include 2 separate projects. There is a Bangkok 1 and Bangkok 2. And all together, this facility is developed in a way where it will be capable of producing altogether about 1.2 million liters of advanced bio-oil per month. Depending on the speed of construction, we are expecting this facility to be fully completed. Again, I want to highlight, depending on the speed of construction, which also means that it, depending on the speed of resources that we have available to invest into the construction here, this production facility, as you see it here, is expected to be completed in full within the next 12 to 18 months. And that means that hopefully within next year, that would be our target, we would be able to get to that production of 1.2 million liters per month. That is our target. Now, again, there are moving parts on it, but I would be safe to say that within 12 to 18 months, that would be quite reasonable considering the time it takes to build these buildings and so on. Now, what you can see here, let me explain you a little bit. There are 2 sections. You can see the section on the left. That is the section where we are going to be lining up all the different production machines. On the other side of the road, we are developing a world-class, high-end plastic waste raw material preparation area, which basically means that in that area, we will be able to do drying of the plastic raw material. We will be able to do additional cleaning for the plastic raw material and shred it and do preparations, which allows us to receive a better end product. So as you are by now probably familiar with our chemical recycling process, when we put the plastic waste into the machines, in order for us to get the best outcome in oil, it's always beneficial for us that the plastic waste would be as clean and as dry as possible. We don't want extra moisture like water going in there because it just takes more time to process and it doesn't help us in the oil generation. Also, we don't want any other type of garbage going in there. We don't want food waste. We don't want paper. We don't want metal. We don't want anything else except clean plastic. So this additional section that we're building here in Bangkok will allow us to take in the plastic garbage and then do an additional cleaning for it. And we have seen now, and we've experienced over the course of the last year that we've been operational, that if we have the plastic waste, which is relatively clean, so that you don't have these other waste like bio waste or food waste or paper or some fabric or something, we are able to convert 100 kilos of plastic waste into even as much as 90 to 95 liters of oil. So a conversion ratio of 90 up to 95%, as long as the plastic is clean. If we just take normal waste from the landfill like we are doing today in many cases, because we don't have that additional preparation area, we are looking at conversion rates at around 75% in average. But you can imagine that this additional 20%, for example, brings a huge important difference. And that's why it's so important that we can do this raw material preparation there as well. Here are some additional pictures of how this location will look once completed. We might be using different types of machines. They will not probably all look like this. This is just now to give you an idea of the building and the layout and how the things will be there, but there might be some changes on the colors and the machines and so on. As you can see now, we have the silver color machines that will be there. So there might be some changes in the future, but just to give you an overall idea and understanding what we are really building there. Now, these are obviously pretty pictures made by our architect. The real reason why these pictures are made like this and why it's important to realize is that we have just completed quite a big process where we now have also all the construction drawings, the actual manufacturing plans for these plants, which means that we can now start bringing in more contractors to actually start building this. So the plans, the designs, and everything have been made. Here you can see the raw material preparation area. Doesn't have all the machines there now in these pictures, but gives you an idea of the space and what we can do over there. So this is the place where we're going to be preparing the raw material when it comes in, and then we're going to take it into the machines. And there we go. So now, just to highlight the importance of this week, basically with this final transaction that we did towards these machines now, this also means that our company is sitting today in more than 3 million euros of actual real estate assets. This means that we as a company own land, buildings, machines, equipment, vehicles, etc., for more than 3 million euros worth, which we have accumulated in approximately 16 months. So that's in my opinion, that's a pretty good achievement that we have done in our first 1.5 years. And when we look at the liabilities that the company has, we have very few liabilities. We have some loans that we've taken, operational loans, which would, if you compare the amount of assets that we have to the loans would be probably about 12% comparing to the assets that we have. So we should probably try to get more loans to be up. We could easily take more debt to push faster on the project development. And that's obviously what we are working. But this situation where we are today, where the company is in the ownership of all of these assets, when you come to see our facility, we own the land that you're walking on. We own the factory. It's all paid up. We own the machines. We own the storage. We own the stock. We own the machines, the tools, everything that is there. And that puts us as a company now into a very strong, solid situation. Of course, we're going to be needing more funds to be invested in to build these things, to add more machines. We're nowhere near completed, but now we have the structure that we can start adding one machine at a time. We can keep adding into it, improving and increasing our production capacity. But it's so important that we own the foundation. The foundation is strong. And this means that now, for the first time, really, we are able to also start talking with financial institutions. And I have mentioned about this in the recent calls before, that we are now moving to the level where we can finally start working, for example, with banks, both here in Thailand as well as in Europe, because they can come and see, okay, what are you guys doing and what assets do you have? In order for us to get a loan from the bank, they want to see, first of all, what are we doing? How do our numbers look? And then they want to see what kind of guarantees do we have? What do we own that we can provide as a collateral for an additional loan? And now we are in this situation where we have these things. And that's really, if we look at the time frame that we've done, that's a pretty impressive achievement from everyone in the team, including every single member of the Amplivo community that has contributed and helped us as a company and as a mission to get to this point. So we can all be happy for the achievement as a team and congratulate all of ourselves. Good. Now, talking more now a little bit about the CSR and the Amplivo. If we look back to the beginning of this year, we are now almost starting the last month, almost starting the December this year. So it's good to sort of do a little bit of a bird's eye view perspective on where did we start from and where are we right now. But if you look at the company, Amplivo, and you look at the product, you look at the operations, you look at the concept, everything that we're doing right now, the reality is that the only things that are really left from the old Amplivo earlier this year in January is basically the 7 Amplivo letters in the name and some of the functions in the back office. That's about it. If you look at what kind of a company we were in January and what are we doing right now, we're a completely different company. We have a completely different product and business model than before. And I do believe that right now, especially when you look at the video, which will be released today, which you saw earlier, which summarizes the concept of the CSR plastic credit, I do believe that it is now starting to become clear for everyone, what are we really about? We are about helping private individuals and companies and organizations around the world to eliminate their plastic waste footprint and to become plastic neutral. And we can do that by showing our entire processing, from the collection of the plastic waste from the environment, from recycling it, and then to the issuance of the CSR plastic credit. And that is really impressive. And I also want to say that our IT team, led by Mr. Wayne Dobson, has done a tremendous job on getting all the history with the ISF token and the previous things that were there structured so that now we have the CSR portal. You will be able to see your redemptions, your awards there. And every week we are now sending out that approximately 1 million CSR for all of these different pools, which we've been doing now already for the last several weeks. And we will continue to do that until further notice. This means that every week, people that have done these award applications for their ISF holdings are now receiving CSR. Anyone who has purchased plastic neutrality packages this year is now getting their CSR. And anyone who buys a package this week will be receiving 10% of their purchase next week. And then they will be part of a pool to receive the following 90% over the next 6 to 12 months. So now we have this structure working. And I can also tell you that every time when we do send out CSR every week, we are now getting to a point where within approximately 24 hours from that, the back office will always be updated automatically. The IT team has done a lot of work to get to a point where these things are now becoming automated, and now we're in that stage. So you can expect the 10% for the purchases from last week to be always going out on the next week. You can expect another 1 million CSR being distributed to all these different pools. And after the distributions, within 24 hours, you can expect the CSR portal, the back office, to be updated and all of your redemptions and awards moving up on that queue. I won't bore you guys more with the technical stuff, but that's an update there. Now you can expect these things to work. And I'm really, really happy that we were able to get this thing completed so that now it's running automatically. And we still have a few things that we are going to be doing in terms of the technology. There's going to be some updates and changes, but we're really trying to get to a point where all of these upgrades and updates and improvements would be completed during the beginning of next year. So that after we are passed from the new year, we got a little bit more time there to do the final things. And after that, we're done. That means that we have a completed system which works, which being tested, it's automated, and anyone who now gets introduced to our business or to our concept has a very, very easy business to approach. That's the most important. We want to make it as easy as possible, easy to understand. What is our mission? What is our product? What can you do? What's your benefit? And also, how can you benefit from this as an influencer and a member of the Amplivo community? We're also going to be introducing, after New Year, improvements and upgrades and additional things, which I believe that every influencer is going to find very interesting, very exciting. And these improvements are there to make your business better for you, to make it more profitable for you. And my only advice for you at this moment is that the influencers who take this moment before these upgrades and you build your team now, you will be the biggest winner. You will benefit the most when these improvements are put in place. So as much as you can build now before the future upgrades are coming, the better it will be for you. That I can tell you right now. And also, please take advantage of this price increase that will happen for the CSR on the 1st of January. Very important. Now, let me explain you about this a little bit more and why this is happening and how does it affect you. So, as I mentioned earlier, there are other plastic credit programs out in the world as well, and there probably will be more. Now, when you look at the average of what is offered on the market, what kind of plastic waste footprint offtake service is offered, the average cost for any company or any private individual who wants to eliminate 1 kilo of plastic waste right now today is between 40 and 50 euro cents per kilo. That is the market average. 40 to 50 euro cents per kilo. When you want to eliminate 1 kilo of plastic waste by using CSR plastic credits, the current market price is 20 cents a kilo. One CSR token is currently sold for 2 cents. In order to eliminate 1 kilo, you need 10 CSR plastic credits, meaning that to eliminate 1 kilo with CSR will cost you 20 cents. The market price is 40 to 50 cents. So we are way, way below the market. And we are going to start to increase the CSR price now continuously every 3 or 6 months. And on the 1st of January, we are going to increase the price by 25% of today's price. We're going to increase the price from 2 cents per credit to 2.5 cents a credit. Meaning that we're going to increase it from 20 cents per kilo to 25 cents per kilo. Keeping in mind that the market price is between 40 and 50. We are still almost 50% lower than the average market price. But this also means that in the next coming months, in the next 3 to 6 months and so on, we are going to continue to increase the price. Probably in the similar way with 5 cents per kilo, meaning that you are going to see the CSR price go from 2 cents to 2.5 cents, then to 3 cents, 3.5, 4, 4.5, and so on. And it will follow the average general market price within all the different plastic credit programs. So anyone who is now looking to become plastic neutral or to take benefit from owning and in the future reselling or trading the plastic credit should take advantage right now when it's available for as low as 2 cents. It will never go back there anymore. And we really don't have need to do any kind of promotions where we give you free CSR or we drop the price. No, the market price is 40 to 50 cents. We're 20. So what will happen is that our price will be increasing every 3 months, every 6 months, little by little by little. And the ones who take benefit from that one right now will receive that 25% price increase. So if you buy the CSR plastic credits on the 1st of December, in a few days from today, on 1st of January, the market price has gone up and is going up by 25%. That's a pretty good increase. So all of the private individuals and companies that are holding the CSR plastic credit will benefit from the price increase on the market. I'm also very happy to tell you that we have in the next 30 to 60 days some other major updates as well. This includes announcements that we're going to be doing regarding international large-scale collaborations and partnerships, as well as announcements regarding the listing of CSR plastic credit in other third-party international public exchanges. So I know that many have asked about this, and I can tell you today that we are moving forward and we are working on this. We've taken some great progress. And I do believe that in the next 30 to 60 days, we're going to be able to announce for you guys some really interesting news regarding this as well. I do believe that when this happens and CSR begins trading on public exchanges, and we start to see international large-scale companies and brands together with more and more and more people every week who individually want to become plastic neutral, we're going to start to see some really interesting value development for the CSR plastic credit. And there is absolutely no reason why the CSR would not be listed in every single major digital currency, cryptocurrency exchange around the world. It's such a unique project and such a unique asset to hold and to trade based on the fact that it's backed up by real physical results. It's backed up by real progress of us together as a community, cleaning up this planet from plastic garbage, saving this planet from one of the biggest environmental crises that has ever been dealt with. You are individually, each and every one of you are involved in helping this planet to become better for the future generations by owning, by holding, by retiring, and being involved with the CSR plastic credit. And I know that when we go forward a few more months, where our credibility keeps on growing, we get more and more people joining us from all over the world, different companies, different organizations, and we strengthen our position on the market. We don't even need to be contacting these exchanges anymore. They will be knocking on our doors. And I do believe, like I said before, that CSR will without a doubt become one of the top 10 digital currencies in the world. Without a doubt. I have no longer, I used to say things like that and say, okay, yeah, I think it's possible. Now I know that it's very, very likely that that will happen, probably sooner than we've expected. So these would be the updates from me today. I'm very happy to see so many of you guys here and also for your interest on taking your valuable time on your Sunday. We don't want to keep you guys here longer, but this was very important that we got all this information out there. So we're about to complete our first full year. We have about a month, one more month to go. And this will be a reason for, again, a great celebration. And it's going to be interesting to put together all the numbers and the steps that we've taken in the year 2021 and how far we have come from the 1st of January this year, looking at what was then and what is today. And we still got about 30 days to push this year to make this a great year of foundation building. When you come back from your Christmas and from your New Year holidays and you turn on your mobile and your computer office again, we want to be able for you to look at what we have with bright eyes and to see, okay, great, this is a great business that I can build my fortune with. I can make my monthly income and I can build my future fortune. However much you want to do, whatever financial targets you have, this business will help you to get there. And there is absolutely no limits on how big we can build this company with, how big your monthly income can become, how large, how valuable your CSR holdings can become. And by working with this company, you are going to be also gifted with shares in the Corsair company. And there is no limit on how valuable those can become. Any kind of financial goals or dreams or visions or targets that you have can be achieved by you working together with the Ampligo community. And we have such a great leadership, great top leaders all over the world right now. People that have been with the company from the early days, gone through all these challenges, and are still with the company. And that says quite a lot. These people are now today more motivated than they've ever been because they know where we came from and where we are right now, and they can see the vision. They can see the direction and the future where we are moving. And that says a lot. We are just getting started, guys. I was just recently in a conversation with a gentleman from the United States who has been involved with taking several network marketing companies to $1 billion annual turnover level. Several companies, true pioneer of the network marketing industry. And he looked at what we're doing without even knowing the history. He looked at the CSR, what we're doing in the network, and he said, and he has nothing to do with us yet. But he said to me after looking at it, he said, Jay, I gotta tell you, this is the single most powerful, emotionally driven and interesting network marketing concept and product that I have seen in my 50 years in this industry. And there is a good chance that this could actually become the largest network marketing company in the world. It's like, this is mind-blowing. Sometimes we forget, because we're looking at it so close, we forget what we really have. But when you bring someone brand new to look at what we have here, and they don't need to know the background and all the challenges that we've done since the beginning of the year, when they just look at what do we have right now, they see it for the first time today. I don't think there's anybody who is not going to be impressed and who is not going to be excited by the mission that we as a global community are here to save the planet. And while we're doing that, you can reach every single financial dream, goal, and target that you have. You can build wealth with this business that will allow for you and for your family to live in abundance and in financial stability and financial freedom. And guys, if we do this right, if we work now and we build this and we make the right choices and we keep on going on this road that we are right now, the amount of wealth and well-being that can be created within this group has no limits. And that's a really, really powerful way. My father, who's been very successful in his business, he always mentions to me and he tells me, he said, Jay, just keep this in mind. He said, it's not about the dollar. It's not about the money. It's about how do you make the money. And if we can look into ourselves in a mirror and you can say for yourself, in the forthcoming short period of in the future, you can look yourself in the mirror and you can say, I made my fortune. I made my wealth by helping this planet, helping other people, and solving one of the biggest environmental problems in the history of the humankind. You have earned every single euro and dollar and finance, whatever money, currency you're using, you have earned that. And you have earned that by helping other people. That is absolutely amazing. So, guys, we're just coming to 1 hour. So once again, I want to say thank you to all. Thank you for taking your time today. Thank you for being part of this mission. And let's make this month of December the best month we have had this year, and then start next year again with a big bang. So thank you all very much, and we'll talk again soon. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much, Jay. Fantastic information. Absolutely brilliant. I hope you enjoyed this exciting news, guys and girls, should I say, and also the new videos, which will all be made available. This will be recorded. I wanted to say thank you again to everyone, and good night, or good night, good afternoon, good morning to everybody. Take care.